All right, everybody, welcome back to Beans No Ball. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone watching. And obviously, some major news last night that we didn't get to, on the breaking news basis. But some more news came out this morning that I guess we could definitely throw into this one, and some older news that I guess we can just throw in some personal stuff to get into. But obviously, the biggest breaking news last night: Jamar Chase and T. Higgins were both signed to massive extensions by the Cincinnati Bengals. Christian, let's just get into it.
Yeah, so the Bengals, they got their wideouts back there too. Obviously, the biggest concern was obviously Jamar Chase, but Higgins was in the mix there too. But Jamar Chase now he is now officially the highest paid non-quarterback with 4 years, $161 million deal. That's around $40 million a year, just $5 million more than what Jamar Chase is. Excuse me, Jamar Chase, what Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb is making, and T Higgins as well. 4 year, $115 million extension, which is just about $28 million a year, which is one of the, I think a while back, one of the videos we did make about this, I said, he is edging around that's probably where I would cap it off at 28 million. Would have been a stretch, and I still
Which
think
he's pushing 29. So, I mean, my thing with T Higgins is, I mean, like, is he really worth that contract? No, but at the same time, in this market, I guess, I mean, I don't really know the breakdown of what every wide receiver two is making, but per Jordan Scholes, this is the highest paid wide receiver two in NFL history. So, I mean, does T deserve to get that honor? I mean, we can all, see to determine that. I mean, that's kind of just, the market ends up just, everyone just hops over each other. We can get into that into the next we're going to talk about in a bit. But, I mean, yeah, overall, I mean, the biggest thing is the Bengals kept their top two receivers. Their offense is going to still be arguably top three, if we're being honest. I mean, we'll see how everything rounds out.
That defense is still going to struggle.
It's the defense that's in shambles.
When you're looking at Joe Burrow's contract as well, too. From these three alone is just right under 300 mil just for three.
It's 41% of the cap on three guys.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Bengals defense is around 70-ish million. $70-ish million for the whole defense itself.
Let's also remember Trey Hendrickson wants out.
Exactly. He wants to leave there too. So that's already another key asset on that D-line that wants to leave there too. I wouldn't be surprised if this Bengals defense, obviously a lot of people still think that. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up being, the same defense as we saw last season there too, because they're spending a lot of money on that offense alone on those two players now recently. And now when you have Joe Burrow in the mix there too, all that whole cap situation on that defensive side, it's gonna really take a lot to look into.
You brought in Lou Anarumo, a great defense. Actually, I'm mistaken. They just fired Lou Anarumo. So yeah, exactly. You get rid of a great defensive mind in Lou Anarumo. They brought in the defensive coordinator from Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken. I forget his name, but I mean, look, you're changing the philosophy overall. And you lost Sam Hubbard. He just retired. You're gonna lose Trey Hendrickson in all likelihood. I mean, sure, is he gonna play on a disgruntled deal? I mean, maybe they'll keep him, but I would think get what you can from him. See, what are you probably gonna get from, like, a third, fourth, probably. But I mean, overall, I mean, the main thing I really want to talk about, because we didn't really go on to Jamar too much, but I mean, how bad did the Bengals manage this contract? I mean, last offseason, they were so stubborn, didn't want to pay him. Probably would have made that CD Jettas type of money. He wanted to get more than Jettas, first off. I mean, could have gone like 35 and a half, maybe 36. Now he goes out, gets the triple crown, and now he's getting 40. So, I mean, you lost. I mean, sure, it's only $4 million a year, but that's something against the cap that's really going to end up hurting them. You see who else they probably could have signed.
Yeah, exactly. And that was obviously a really big mistake from that front office of the Bengals there too. I mean, they just waited too long to sign Jamar, and that obviously, that sucks in their case too. And even in T Higgins' situation, with how saturated this receiver market is, they're gonna have to expect them to pay that much there.
That's the problem when you wait for the market to go up. People just start getting paid higher and higher.
And now look at what looks happening with Micah. All these defensive linemen are getting paid. You're expecting that.
Crosby and Garrett.
Exactly, but like I mentioned, Micah did say he doesn't want to be the highest paid. I'm just
see how true
that
really is.
Exactly, but on the contrary to that, on the opposite team with the Texans, same with another LSU guy, Derek Stingley Jr. did sign a 3-year, $90 million extension, which does make him the highest paid cornerback in NFL history. I think this is a contract we can both agree that's a very great contract for Derek Stingley.
Absolutely.
He's been one of the better corners in the past couple of years. He's been a really big anchor for those defensive backs.
Not to cut you off, but let's look back. I mean, I know we kind of thought about this not too long ago when we were watching the NFL draft in 2022. We were hating on this pick. I mean, sure, maybe we were a little ill-informed, let's be honest, but hey, in hindsight, we were looking back, is it worth going Stingley over Sauce? But hindsight's 2020. It definitely was the right pick for them. And thinking about Sauce, the cornerback market keeps resetting on itself. J.C. Horn got 25. Now Stingley gets 30.
It's 30.
You definitely expect Sauce to probably be getting 31, 32, and possibly in this offseason.
Yeah, so that's one of the other big contracts we're really gonna have to look at. Hopefully the Jets really don't screw this one up, especially with a big turmoil they're already in there too, with the whole Rodgers situation and all this and that there too. But I'm going to expect Sauce probably to get just under 35 million. I don't think he's gonna make 35 exact, probably just under there from the 32 to 33 range. But I'm gonna really expect it for the next couple of seasons there too. But as for Derek Stingley, this is one contract that he would deserve.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised. It probably hits a 3-year, $100 million range. That's probably a contract similar to what Baker got last year. But yeah, honestly, he's probably going to get that worth. But obviously, the main topic of this, Derek Stingley, obviously balled out. He is that anchor. And, in a division that, it's looking weird. The Texans are losing some pieces. The division's getting stronger. Stingley's going to be a big part in hoping the Texans can go 3 for 3 on this AFC South reign. But now just going to bring it back just a little older on the news. We didn't get to talk about this, but this is some stuff personal to us. So first and foremost, Cooper Kupp is a Seahawk. Obviously we knew, the situation was getting to that point. We already covered that. We released them, waiting to see where it was going to go. Personally, I thought the Patriots were going to pounce on this one, but not definitely wasn't the case there. 3 years and 45 million. Cooper Kupp getting 15 million a year. I'm very much happy for him, but at the same time, Seattle, to go directly to a division rival, it hurts. I get it's a homecoming, but at the end of the day, we're gonna have to see him twice a year. It's gonna suck, but Sam Darnold is his QB, so we'll see how it turns out at the end of the day. But for the Cowboys, you lost Demarcus Lawrence to the Seahawks as well. I know you don't feel the same as me feeling. You still got my love for Coop. I'll just wait and see what you think.
Yeah, I know that D-Law train, it's out there. Sure, yeah. Did he have a point where he wasn't going to win anything in Dallas? Yeah, that obviously it is the case there too. We see Dallas, it's all this, but the Micah beef is obviously one of the bigger things here. D-Law is saying that should have focused more on winning. You guys were on the same team, so you kind of just contradicted yourself. And then for the time that Micah being on the Cowboys, he already outshined all his stats in just 4 years compared to D-Law for when we had him for 11 seasons there. He obviously, there's some beef going on in the locker room between them. We already know. And D-Law, he's old. He's been getting injured and this and that there too. But to say you're not going to win anything in Dallas, as much as correct you could be, you're going to the Seahawks. And in that case, the defense may be great, as it's been for the past couple of years, but that offense is not going to take you guys nowhere, absolutely nowhere, let alone if you guys can't even get past the Rams.
Let's look at it overall. Sure, they're stuck in mediocrity, and now, you switch out Geno for Sam Darnold. You lose DK, you bring in Cooper Kupp. Honestly, the Darnold one, sure, that's you're pretty much giving up not much, but losing DK to bring in an aging receiver, as much as I love Kupp, that's not really helping nothing on the offensive side of the ball from what I'm gonna expect next season. Defensively, sure, Byron Murphy, he's got a lot of promise, but he's probably one of the lesser, as of their rookie years, he's probably the one that shined the least. I definitely got my eye on Latu and obviously Jared Verse, other guys that really shined a little brighter. But we'll see. Like you said, Demarcus Lawrence definitely getting up there. Not expecting him to be that much of a factor for that defense. So, looks like they're building a retirement home aside from Sam Darnold up in Seattle.
Yeah, exactly right then and there. Already a lot of turmoil going on. D-Law, hey, look, you can prove me wrong depending on his age with his injuries, see what he does. But all I gotta say is, all the locker room, they're rejoicing with Michael. Osa came out to say, Demo, especially Diggs, everyone is obviously on Micah's side there too. So there's no point for some unwarranted beef when you already left the team to just start up some more stuff. He just wanted the clicks, but as much as I used to love D-Law, this for me, I'm off the train for him there too. He can have his time in Seattle no matter what. He can enjoy the mediocrity over there. Probably going to be the same with Dallas for the time being. But if you're going to contradict yourself there too and go to the team that's exactly kind of like the Cowboys but not as bad, then just stop. And you got half the locker room with Micah siding on him.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, kind of seems cut and dry right there. Sure, maybe he wasn't looking for the beef and Micah kind of just threw it in, but hey, you could definitely see how both of them felt. But hey, like you said, see if Seattle can prove us wrong. The old heads they're bringing in, see what that can work for them. But as of right now, I'm with you. I'm not loving these. There's a lot of people are really high on this offseason Seattle's having. personally, I just don't really see what they're saying. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that is gonna do it for us. Obviously, the main topics we already hit, and obviously just some little personal stuff. But that is gonna do it for us here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you like and subscribe, and we will be back for more off-season content.